Hey guys, this is the cabinet tutorial. As we discussed in class, I'll have this for you guys today, so you guys could watch it on YouTube or something. Okay, I'm going to maximize my front viewport here. I'm going to go into shapes, line, and I'm going to create the outer surface of it. Okay, so I'm going to create the base first, and then I kind of want to have whatever design that's going to be on the bottom in a straight line, and then whatever is going to be here on the sides here, and then another straight line. Okay, and then the top, like so. Okay, again, this is the outer, if you're looking at it from the front, this is the outer surface of it. Okay, or if you're looking at it from the side, this is the parts that kind of stick out. Okay, next I'm going to go to vertex. I'm going to fix these up a little bit so they look a little cleaner. um, Over here, with my move. I really think something's wrong with my mouse. Okay, maybe that's a little too much there. Like so, nothing too fancy here. Just a little bit so we can get through this as quick as we can. I have to watch the time because YouTube doesn't like more than 15 minutes. So, okay, like so. Maybe that's a little too much here. I'm going to push this in just a little bit more. Um, I'm going to do here, fix that up a little. Bring that down. Okay, one of the key things you want to remember is that you want this bottom line to be completely straight and this top line to be completely straight. Okay, next I'm going to add the lathe modifier to this. I'm going to click on min, open setup. Okay, something like so. You're going to get a circle. A circle is a cylindrical object, so we're going to start off with. Alright guys, now what we're going to do is I'm going to bring down the segments. Okay, two things you want to remember here. You want to have your belt cord turned on, okay, so it's going to get rid of that anything that's being funky on here. Two, segments, we're going to bring these down to 4 just to keep everything simple. And then if you're going to do like a dome-ish kind of thing, let's just say if it has 6 sides and you want to do one of those cabinets that's like half-half, you can bring these down and that'll open it up. So if I type in 180, it'll open it up, so you could have these kind of cabinets. So it's up to you on how you want to do that. Okay. Alright, I'm going to say 4. I'm going to hit F4 on my keyboard, turn that up. I'm going to add an edit poly right on top of here. Okay. Now here's the deal with this. Before you go on and do anything else, you want to go into your vertex level for your lathe and fix any of these if you need to. Okay, so make sure this height's okay and make sure these are okay, because once you go into edit poly, we're going to be in a completely different kind of place with this. Okay, I'm going to turn on my angle snap up here. I'm going to rotate this 45 degrees. Okay, so it's straight when I look at it from the front. I'm going to go to my top viewport, go to my vertex level, and I'm going to move these back and these back and these just a little bit over. Okay, don't worry about this middle thing yet. I'm just gonna actually draw a mark here on this middle vertex and then hit delete, get rid of that completely. We'll gap that hole up in a little bit. Okay, so that's the cabinet dimensions if you want it. Okay, again, you guys see this looks really nice. The more time you spend on the bottom and the top part here, the better it's gonna come out. Same here, and then same here. Alright, next thing we're gonna do on here is to cap up the holes here on the top. So go to my polygon level, click on create, go back to my snap tool here, make sure I have vertex selected, turn on my snap tool, okay, and then you want to create a polygon right on the top, so very last edge you have on there. So you could have all these curves and stuff, but the very last edge that you have on here, that's where you want to create the polygon for it, like so. Same here at the bottom, but at the bottom notice how this goes in a little bit. Same thing, this very inside one is where I want to create my polygon at, because this is the opening, this is a border for oops, and I did something wrong here. There we go. Sorry, I didn't have my polygon selection turned on, I had my vertex selection turned on. That's why I was getting all that funkiness there. Alright, so there we have that there. Select that, it's available. I actually might have messed it up a little bit because I added too many vertices in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all of these polygons here for a second. Okay, and I'm going to create the vertex. Oops. On this one. So this kind of stuff does happen once in a while. You just got to be careful on what you have selected. And also if I go to my vertex level, you guys will see that there are extra vertices in here that are not required, like these. I'm just going to select those and delete those. Okay. So, and I kind of left this in the video, it's because I wanted to show you guys that problems like that do happen and how you could fix some of those kind of things. Okay. Next I'm going to go to edge, and what I'm going to do is split these up a little bit. Okay, so select this one, hit ring, go all the way around, hit and connect. I'm going to say 2 segments, and I'm going to pinch them away from each other like so. Okay, click OK. Same thing on the side, click OK. So I have those down. Next what I want to do is I want to take this and I want to split this in about. So this is where we start creating our shelves for our thing. Okay, so select the top and select the bottom. You can hit ring if you like, just to complete up the selection. And then I'm gonna go into my connect, and let me see, 1 2 3, and then 1 2 3. That looks about okay. Click OK, and then click on the chamfer, give it a little bit of thickness, click OK. So we have something like that. Now the reason we do this is because this helps us kind of make the extrude these in a little bit, extrude these in so we can create the holes for them. So select all of these. Okay, you could actually done it before you split these up, but it's by preference kind of deal, so this is okay. Then next I'm gonna say extrude, and I'm gonna extrude this in. Okay, note I'm only going to do the extrude, not the bevel. So first what I want to do is I want to extrude in just a little bit, just like this. Okay, I'm going to hit apply and continue, and then I'm going to finish it up at the end. The reason I do this, it's because for the door, so the door that's going to be there, click OK once I have that. So something like that. So that looks about okay so far. Alright, now I've been testing out like different things or different ways to kind of do this next part. What's the easiest ways for, what's the easiest way to kind of show this is what I was looking at. There's a whole bunch of ways you can do this. You can have it so you delete the inside parts here and then just extrude the edges. You most likely do that. You can also extrude these edges up here and weld them here, so whichever works best. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these here. Okay, note I'm not going to worry about this side at all. I'm only going to be working on this side for now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to edge and I'm going to select these edges. Okay, so these holes that are in here, I'm going to select these and use shift, move, and it ended about there. Okay, and then I'm going to go to vertex. I'm going to draw a marquee around these, hit, collapse, same here on the bottom one, collapse, 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 collapse. Okay, and then we're gonna do it a little longer than usual. Is actually this will be a little. This will be fast, but I just want to say 1 second. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Phone call, phone call. Okay, what I'm gonna do is want to select this edge, go into edge, select these edges again. They should be already selected. You don't have to deselect them, and just hit bridge once, and that didn't work. Okay, we have to do two at a time. So select those two, hit bridge, select these two, then hit bridge. Okay, so that'll kind of set those down. Okay, we have those. Now we're not going to do the same thing for the bottom here, but what we are going to do though, instead of fixing these, we're going to split this in half, so we only have to work on half of it from now on. Alright, so that's going to be part 2 for this. I'm just coming close to the time on here for the YouTube video, so just look for part 2.